Alrighty, good morning, everybody out there in Facebook, YouTube land. We've got a youth adult match going on right now. We're going to pull up kind of the old DC scoreboard as they're kind of doing a match off the, couldn't find it on the Seacoast Open DC TV feed, so we're just going to pull it up on this one via player code. We should have a good match here. Danny Baggish and Aaja Jalbert taking on PJ Stewart Jr. and David Garfinkel. So should be a good match here in this youth adult final at the Seacoast Open 2021. PJ Stewart Jr. and Aaja actually teaming up on the mixed doubles for a top 4 finish. So kind of ironic that these guys are playing against each other in the finals here.
David's been on a roll today.
David's been on a roll today. Got Kaden Anderson sitting in here with me, saying saying that PJ's been on a roll today, and David has been. David's been more on the taking the shots out rather than PJ, huh?
Well, PJ has to take the out shots, but David's been hitting
Okay.
the shots.
So David's been taking it down where PJ's been taken out just due to the fact that, yeah, look at that Shanghai finish right there. So Caden's telling me that the youth does have to take it out. That's kind of a per usual deal on the youth adult kind of side of things, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here, let's throw a mic on Caden. Why not? Caden, you want a mic, brother? Heck yeah, man. 15-year-old Kaden Anderson, a youth sensation, hanging out with me. Well, you play Peter an awfully lot, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Me and him are going to Gibraltar next week, so it's gonna be
Next
exciting.
week, Gibraltar for the JDC World Cup, correct?
Yes. It's gonna be
Yeah.
fun.
Little fun trip there, going to the Rock. Second time for you?
Second time.
Second time for you. Quite the experience there.
And they're playing cricket, and the adult is allowed to point in this one.
The adult is allowed to point or isn't?
They are allowed to point.
So they are allowed to point. Okay, as you can see PJ going up there like this. Go back up, go back up. Right behind him. Well, I do want to give a big congratulations to a couple people from last night winning the WDF gold event that we had here, as it's Jules Van Doggen for the men and Paula Murphy for the women that booked their place into the Lakeside yesterday. What do you think about that, man? That's pretty exciting for those two individuals.
Someone's calling me.
Well, nobody expects you to be in the commentary booth. It's no big deal. You can definitely pick it up if you need to. He's just going to send a text, say, hey, I'm busy. There you go. Proper 15-year-old stuff. Look at David here. You were right. He's been hitting big triples. As PJ, I think you heard PJ behind him with the punch there. This is the thing about this youth adult event. It's good fun, really. It's kind of just it's fun for the youth players to get to play, like with Danny and PJ getting to play with David. But it's just an opportunity to have some fun and enjoy yourself on a Sunday morning, early Sunday morning. Bright and early, about 10 a.m. here on the East Coast.
PJ with the solid 1 mark.
With the solid 1 mark. I know how Caden feels on that one, because Caden and PJ just beat each other up half the time because he tells somehow or another we always get in the same bracket. Well, who's your first match today? PJ.
Yeah.
That's funny. We'll see what happens here. And this one, we got a little point battle, though, for this one. Danny throwing a big trip to start, going over the 18s. Looking to open up another house. Just the two. 4 mark there for PJ. Lays in another one, so a 5 mark there to counteract that attempt by Danny to go ahead and close out the other house, or open up another house. What do you think of strategy-wise, Kaden? Are you more of a open up another house or point on the one single kind of person?
Well, just like it depends on where the opponent's sitting.
Yeah,
But I
exactly.
usually like to have 2 numbers open to point, so when they close that one number, I still have a number to point on.
So you like the 2 house open or 3 house open technique?
Yeah.
Instead of just, pointing it up on one, pointing it up on one, pointing it up on one, and then trying to,
because
go
if
for single.
that
here and there.
one miss can lead to the opponent closing your only pointing option.
Exactly. So good stuff there, Kaden. I like that play. Danny Baggish and Aaja sitting just under 100 points ahead. A good opportunity to win this one, make it 1-1. This is a first to 2 leg battle here. It's been nice to see Danny and Jeff here this weekend. What do you think?
Yeah, 2 PDC players. They've been over there competing against the pros, and now they're teaming up against us.
And they didn't drop a single leg in doubles cricket yesterday. That's
Nope.
astounding, to say the least. I know that Danny put out a message today and giving Matt Edgar a little stuff, which is funny. Baggish going for the 15s.
And see, he switched there because he can't take the out, so he's leaving that 115 for Aaja to take out the game.
So exactly, he can't take out the out.
Nope.
Even though it's cricket, he's got to leave at least a mark for her to take it out. So that's what he was doing there instead of going ahead and closing.
Yeah, he just went up more on points there.
So a smart dart going to the trip 16 and just instead of just throwing it away.
Yeah.
So good stuff there. Is Stefano
The chalker.
stepping up, chalking here. Take a look at the bull here. Asia's got a best of single. Not in this one, so.
They're probably going to pick 5-0. Yep, they
Yeah.
sure do.
I think that's a smart decision, especially with the way they attacked the first 501 game.
Yeah.
David was really, they both were critical, taking out some big opening numbers. And then PJ hit that massive Shanghai 120 at the end. And look at this, starting off hot with a trip. How often, it seems like more often than not, PJ walks up and hits a first start triple. It's just been kind of that kind of weekend for him where it's dead in the center with his first dart.
Yeah, he's been on a point this weekend. He said he's been practicing a lot for Gibraltar, so
You can definitely
you can tell.
see it. Yeah, I've heard a couple people in the room already say, man, that kid's good. Yeah, he's good. He's 16 years old. The thing about it is, I mentioned it yesterday all day on the stream, and I want to mention it again. Yesterday in the WDF Gold event, we had 4 youngsters, including yourself, finishing the top 32. So Kaden Anderson with the top 32, Joey Lenal with, I think, a top 16.
Yeah.
PJ with the top 8, I believe.
Top 8, he lost to Jules.
He lost to Jules, which was the eventual winner, and then Stefano doing pretty good.
He got top 8 too.
Top 8 as well. So
Yep.
the rise of North American darts here, it's going to be impressive to see you guys, what you guys do in Gibraltar, but not only that, what you guys do in the next 5-10 years down the road.
Yeah. And David and PJ are just following each other.
100, 100, 60, 60. Nothing wrong with that. Danny Baggish throwing in a ton after a ton 40. Help pull that down to 149 and giving the first look at a checkout. And it's a big one. But the youth has to take it out, so anything can happen here. Aaja has a smooth stroke. She's got a nice follow through.
She does. That's 2 triples, double 12 for the win.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, just missed.
Can you imagine taking out a 120 and a 138 on Danny Baggish and Aaja? That's incredible.
She went the bull route there. Double 14 for the win. Ooh, she missed it.
And see, I don't know if I like the bull play there for her. I almost like the 20s a little bit more.
I personally would have went 20s there.
Exactly. I think that's the better play. But, you know, to each their own. She got one look at it at least. But PJ's going to have the double 12, now double 6. Inside. Oh,
double
no.
3.
Oh, no. That could be tough. That double 3 is a pesky number.
That's probably like.
Oh, and right in the center there. Wow. Incredible. As it's going to be Aaja Jalbert and Danny Baggish with a big win here in this adult youth final. What an interesting final. I mean, that was back and forth, and really came down to a
everybody
double
was
chance.
Nailing.
Yeah. 4 chances for PJ. Or no. Yeah. He had
4 attempts.
4 attempts. Yeah, 4 attempts. I was thinking he maybe had one more. No, 4 attempts there for PJ. Not able to do it. Aaja plows it in for a big one. Morning. Well, all righty. Well, we're gonna get a look at these guys real quick. Get a nice look at our finals competitors here. David Garfinkel of Dirty Jersey Darts there with Danny Baggish, PJ Stewart, and Aaja Jalbert.
Chewy.
Good stuff, good stuff. Well, all righty, folks, we're going to have some more action coming your way from Seacoast 2021 here shortly as our events start up about 11 o'clock today. So we'll be back in about an hour's time with more action here from the 33rd Annual Seacoast Open. It's been a true pleasure. Will Stuart, joined by a little bit by Kaden Anderson. That was fun, Kaden. Thanks for joining me. Well, we'll do it again here shortly. See you folks at 11 o'clock.
Yep.